What if the Thunder Big Three never separated? Now we're talking about Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. You think about those players and the crazy careers that they've had throughout the past 10 to 12-ish years at this point, even longer. You know, Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double, first since Big O, Oscar Robertson. James Harden putting up 36 points per game over a season, and KD winning back-to-back rings. Now, what would this OKC team look like if they never traded Sixth Man of the Year, James Harden, away, and then eventually start to fall apart in Oklahoma with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook? So today, that does not happen. We do not trade James Harden to the Houston Rockets. We keep the three together and see if we can get this team rolling back to the finals and hopefully beat LeBron's Miami Heat. But with that being said, let's get into the video and have a look at this amazing team that could have been. Alright, into my league now, we have Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kevin Durant, with Serge Ibaka also a very vital piece in their finals run. Now, the team, other than that, is looking a little bit, they got a younger Jeff Green, but other than that, it's a little bit, a little bit dodgy. I don't think we could make a full finals run in year one with this team. So we're going to do a couple trades, try and get a little bit more rounded off the bench, at least try and get a proper starting five, and that will hopefully get us to the finals. And I'm assuming the Miami Heat will get to the finals in this simulation as well, just because of how good their team is. And I did not mention this is in the 2011 to 2012 season, so in real life this team right here did go to the finals and play against the Heat. I believe they lost in 5, I think they only won one game. I might have to fact check me there, but obviously this team isn't 100% accurate. Not all players are in the game still, so there are a few filler players here and there. But I did have a quick look over in free agency. There is AI at 35 years old. He is only an 80 overall, but we've got cap room, honestly, and I'm gonna sign him to a 1-year deal just to have AI off the bench. I don't think he was playing still in 2011. I could be wrong, but he immediately goes to our 6th man. So that's a big upgrade already. Okay, we are now in Team Intel, so we are looking to fill our 5 position, so our center, and we're looking for buying or really selling teams. That's probably the easiest to trade for. So we do have to keep an eye out for expiring contracts. They might be a little bit easy to trade for, but then again, they do expire after the season, so we don't have any future contract with them, and we'd have to pay them, and they'll probably want more if they're younger. You get the point. So at the moment, this Lakers team is contending, and this looks ridiculous. But they do have Dwight Howard coming off the bench, so could that be a possibility? I don't know if I've got the assets to trade for Dwight, but I'm going to give it a go. So we are in the trade now, and because we are barely giving out any salary over our contracts, we've got such small contracts because Kevin Durant's on a small contract. Russell Westbrook and James Harden are both on their rookie contracts, so we've got money to spend. Now, this, we might not have the assets. We've got many picks, so we're gonna give this. Yeah, they seem as a valuable asset. Can we throw more picks at you? Are you going to fold at all? And it does not look like that. I don't think we've got anything. Do we have another 2-star pick? Does not look like it at all. And yeah, okay. So we're gonna try some. I didn't really want to give up AI because I thought that would be a cool little addition, and I don't think we're gonna be able to get a Dwight Howard trade in. Our next player is Serge. Is that worth to trade? Probably not, but we are getting a really solid center. We're going to give it a go, and okay, so they don't want to anyway. We're going to keep looking for a center, and I'll see what I can come up with. Okay, I did not expect this trade to go through at all, but we just received Al Horford in a trade. So as you can see on the screen, Al Horford was traded for Jeff Green and a first round pick, only one pick. I was expecting to put more in because he's so young, and he is an 82 overall. So we didn't give up too much. We've got a very solid starting five now. I'm happy with that. I don't think I want to flip Al Horford. We're going to keep this semi-realistic. Would the Hawks trade Al Horford? Probably not, but we're not going to keep flipping people just to get better and better. I wanted to keep this semi-realistic. But for the bench, yeah, I'm not liking this at all. We're going to definitely run at least a 10-man rotation on this at all, and we're definitely not keeping our coach. We're gonna be in the market for another coach as well. So I'm gonna have a look for some backup play, and we'll see where we're at in a little bit. This bench is looking yeah. So coming off the bench, I think I want a solid 3, so we are going after Wesley Johnson. Now he's a good defender, he's a good driver, and he's young at this point. He's only 23 and he's a 77 overall with B+ potential. So I want someone to come off the bench, not as good as our big 3 and grow, so he can maybe become the 6th man of the year one day, as James Harden was for this team. Now he's only two and a half stars, so realistically we could probably pull this off without adding any of our big. He's got a counter. I don't want to give up AI. I want him on the team just because it's cool. I will give you a Tabo Cephalosha as well, and you can keep. Okay, and I want to give up a first. We've got a lot of them, so I don't think we really have to worry too much. Two first round picks for it, but look, we need to upgrade our bench. We really do. So that's a solid 7-man rotation. We do still need to look for our bottom 4 or 3 in this case. We're only going to run a 10-man, I think. So we do need some bigs. I don't really trust Zaza as our big. Quentin Richardson is cool. But obviously only at a 73 overall. It's going to be we want something a little bit more solid, and yeah. So let's keep looking around, try and round this team out a little bit, and then we'll get to simulating our first season. So we have found this trade finder trade. We're going to be sending Daquan Cook and Zaza over to the Philly 76ers for Maurice Bates. I think he's only 24 years old at this point. I think he's a solid player off the bench. He didn't shoot well at all this season, but not terribly. He can stretch the floor a little bit, but I think he will be a solid piece in our rotation, as he can play the 4 and the 5. So we've got 3 off the bench at the moment. I think I might keep. He is 25 and he did average 15. This is going back to 04-05 season, where he didn't shoot too well from the field. Should we keep him? Maybe. I'm going to look for a trade for him. If there's nothing out there that I like too much, we'll keep him in the rotation. But yeah, we'll have a quick look. So we did decide to keep Quentin Richardson, because he is only 25 years old, so he can still develop. And look, he's on I believe a 3-year deal. Let's have a quick look here. He is on a. If we can go over to his contracts. Yeah, so we've still got 3 years with him, really, and he's not really expensive at all. So we got him until he's 27. So at the moment, our lineup's looking like our big 3, and then Serge Ibaka and Al Horford. I really do like our young starting 5. Coming off the bench, AI, so it's a good veteran to come off the bench and lead the bench squad, and give all these young guys some little bit of old man whatever they do in the NBA locker rooms. And then we've got Wesley Johnson, another young player, Maurice Bates, and Quentin Richardson. So I think we're going to simulate through the season, so we're meant to make the finals. And I think, honestly, I think we can make a deep playoff run at least. But with that being said, let's get into simulating. I'll see you guys at the end of our first season. At the end of our first season, LeBron James is your MVP, and as you can see in the bottom right, we go 66 and 16. Now, I stopped about halfway through the season after the trade deadline, and I looked at our stats, and Al Horford was averaging, I think it was 26% from the field and 16% from three. It was, yeah, I'm not sure what was happening. I went into his tendencies, and his 3-point pull-up tendency in transition, I think it was at like an 85, so I think that's what it might have been. So I turned that all the way down. So we're going to see if it got any better, but Rookie of the Year is John Wall. Dwight Howard is your Sixth Man of the Year, and LeBron James is your Defensive Player of the Year. Rajon Rondo, Most Improved, and Eric Spoelstra went 71 and 11, so they are also probably going to see us in the finals if we do make it that far. Your first team is looking like the 2012 season. Second team, Kevin Durant. Very nice to see, already up to a 98 overall. Very, very well done. And third team, I swear I just saw Curry. I might have just saw Derrick Rose and thought it was Curry, but Curry makes the third team. And no one else from the Thunder. So, first round, we do take on Golden State, so that will be Stephen Curry. He did average, let's have a look, he averaged 29 this season, and he's only 23 years old. Wow, okay. And the rest of their team has still got Monte Ellis there. So a solid backcourt, but other than that, nothing. David Lee was pretty solid back then. But let's have a look at our stats. Hopefully Al Horford did a little bit better after I changed his tendency, but Kevin Durant, 28, 10, and 6. What a season from Durant. James Harden puts up 20 and 6 assists, so looking like his prime self a little bit, almost there, but not just yet. Russell Westbrook puts up 18, 7, and 3, so not getting those boards just yet, but hopefully we'll develop. Everyone shot above 50% for our big three. That's exactly what we want to see. Allen Iverson, 10 off the bench with almost 5 assists. Wesley Johnson, 9 points off the bench. I'm happy with that. Look, he's shooting 44%, so solid. He can shoot better, I think, 30% from 3. So we will get better from that, but he's got time to develop. We've got him for another 2 seasons. Serge Ibaka is also putting up 6 and 8, shooting above 50% from the field as well. Very, very nice to see. Now, Al Horford is still shooting 27%. Oh my goodness. He is putting up a solid stat line with 6, 9, and 6. So I can't be disappointed about that, but that shooting is terrible, and he's shooting 6% from 3. Oh, 6%, dude. Wow. I'm not sure, really. I changed his tendencies, maybe. Like, he only had a quarter of the season left, maybe a little bit more than that. So, after you do that for nearly a whole season, I guess it's hard to change your tendencies. But look, we don't have a contract with him. This is his last year in the contract, is what I'm trying to say. And Quentin Richardson puts up 6 and 2. Solid. 41% can shoot a little bit better, but he is shooting better than Al Horford, so we can't complain about that. Now, let's get into, should we keep Al Horford in the starting lineup? We're going to see, we don't really have anyone to back him up, realistically. We're going to see how he goes in this first game. So, simulate game 1, we do win. KD puts up 29 and 13. Now, Al Horford shot 5 from 9. So he had a good game. So I maybe it was the tendencies. We're gonna see. We might be able to re-sign him in the offseason. I think he wanted 20-something mil. That might be a little bit too much. I don't think I want to pay that much for a 83 overall, but we'll see. Now, game 2 we do lose. Katie puts up another monster game, but Curry is just too much with 9 threes in that game. Hopefully we can take a 2-1 lead, and we do exactly that with James Harden. Well, the big three really doing everything there. Al Horford, he shot 1 for 9, so it wasn't the tendencies. He's just, I don't know. That's crazy. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think we're going to re-sign him. I think we're going to look for another option. But we do go 3-1 in the series, and can we win game 5? We cannot, as we lose by 3. That's probably a Curry 3 right there, isn't it? Probably. Can we move on? And we do, in a 13-point win. So round 1 we get past in 6. Portland is our next matchup with Patty Mills, Brandon Roy, Nicholas Batum, LA, and Greg Oden to round out their starting 5. So this is before Damian Lillard. He might be in the next draft class. I can't think back that far. So, can we get past Portland to go on to the conference finals? We do. That is Russell Westbrook leading us in scoring. We go up 2-0. KD puts up 22 for the Game 2 victory, and we go up 3-0. So I'm feeling pretty confident, as our big three are doing a good job of taking out. But Portland does take a game. Oh, they win by 30. That's not a good loss from us, but we do get through in 5, as we do win by 10, as KD puts up 29. So we're seeing a lot of Kevin Durant putting up 30 or around 30, which is what we want. Now this overpowered Lakers, Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, Steve Nash is still an 88 overall, even though he's 37. Who's that? Dale Gibson. He might be a creative player, but is putting up 12. Steve Blake. It's Steve Blake and Dwight Howard off the bench. We wanted Dwight Howard. We couldn't trade for him. So hopefully that doesn't bite us in the back. Game 1, can we take? And we do by 10 points. Look, if James Harden's going to drop 40 every game, I'm happy. I'm happy for it. Game 2, can we take? And we go up 2-0. I thought this was going to be back and forth. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it. And they do take a game. Okay, that was to be expected. This Lakers team is very, very good. But we do go up 3-1. I am very happy about that by a big margin. Can we win in 5? And we cannot. KD puts up a triple-double, but does not shoot well at all. Oh, James Harden, 3 for 10. You need to shoot it. Yeah, look, I'm going to lower Al Horford's shot tendency. That is Serge Ibaka. Let's just go into here. Al Horford shot tendency. You're going down to 45. Look, I can't have you shooting. What did you shoot? Let's have a look real quick. What did you? That's not even our team. Come on, Matt. Al Horford 1 for 7. I can't have that. I'm sorry. And we go to a game 7. Oh, yucks. Al Horford shoots 3 for 6, so he didn't shoot terrible. He's putting up close to a triple-double. But we need our big three to step up. Kevin Durant's putting in his work, but he needs some help from his other 2 guys. Alright. So we're going to simulate with Simcast for this game 7. Hopefully we can get past this Lakers team, and it's a very close game. Oh, I don't like how this is going. We might jump in if this stays really close. It's 25 seconds to go. We're going to jump in for a game 7. So I'll see you in the game. Hopefully we can pull this win out. So we're in the game now. I'm going to make sure that I'm not actually playing. Russell Westbrook is at the line. He's got 21 and 7 in the game. So hopefully he can make these clutch free throws. It's probably the biggest shots of his career so far. He hits the first one, so that gives us a lead. For his second free throw, goes up, and he hits it. Okay. Not the best free throw shooter in his career. He's solid. He's not a Kobe Bryant or a Steph Curry. Okay, Lakers pass it into Kobe Bryant. We're up by 2 at the moment with 20 seconds to go. Kobe drives in and pulls up from mid-range. Misses, but we don't get the board. Al Horford, good defense. Gets it to Russell Westbrook. They're going to foul and send Westbrook to the line. And Kobe fouls out. That is huge for us. That is a huge, huge foul to send Kobe out of the game. And Russell Westbrook goes 3 for 3 in this game from the free throw line, and he goes 4 from 4, the clutchest free throws of his career, and he hits them. We have won game 7. I don't think there's anything that they can do, even if they hit this, and they don't. We get the rebound. That's clutch from Russell Westbrook. I never thought I would say that in my life, but that is a clutch shots from Russell Westbrook. So, in the 2012 NBA Finals, we are up against the Miami Heat like it was in real life. So, this is good. This is cool to see that we're going to get the same matchup. Hopefully, we can get the upper hand. This Heat team is very solid. So, they got Mario Chalmers, Dwayne Wade, LeBron at a 99 overall, Udonis Haslem, and Chris Bosh for their starting 5. Look, I think we've got, realistically, I think we've got a, almost a better team than them. I think we've built a better team. Al Horford, I don't want as much, maybe he can just play defense on Chris Bosh and just lock him up for the series, but I don't have any faith of him shooting. He's had a couple good shooting games in the playoffs that we've seen, but then he's gone and shot 1 for 9, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get into simulating. Game 1, we simulate, and they do get the win. This is gonna be a tough series. Game 2, they go up to our, LeBron James puts up 50. Okay, I'm going to make it an 8-man rotation. James Harden and KD are both playing 40 minutes. I think I want Russell Westbrook also playing around 40 minutes as well. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So 40 for our big 3. I want him playing most of the game. And we're going to reduce Al Horford's minutes and give them to KD. He's going to play 46 minutes a game. We want our best player playing most of the game. We can't really lose this. So we're going to simulate with Simcast for game 3, and they've got a big lead in the 4th. We slightly come back, but it's not going to be enough. We go down 3-0. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. KD has an amazing game. James Harden also has a really well shooting game. Russell Westbrook puts up 23 and 9. He had a good game. Just the Miami Heat had a better game, I guess. Wade puts up 38. Simulate with Simcast for our final, hopefully not our final game of the series, as we do have the lead and we are going to push for the win as KD puts up 26, 8 and 12, a good game, as James Harden also puts up 29. We do win a game. I haven't got my hopes up though, so this Heat team is very good. And 1 minute to go. I'm just going to let it simulate, and it is what it is. We do win. Okay. KD puts up a monster triple-double, 37, 12, and 11. 50% from the field. Look, we're 3-2. Can we push this to... I'm starting to get excited. Can we push this to a game 7? I'm just going to let it simulate. I'm not stopping. As we win big by 25, we're pushing it to a game 7. Huge games from our big 3, and really nothing much else from that. This is the type of game that I want Al Horford playing if we're going to win. 11, 4, 1, and 2. I don't want him shooting. He shot one shot. That's fine. I don't want him shooting if he's going to be shooting that terribly. A game 7 in the NBA Finals, we push from 3-0. If we can win this, this is going to be huge. We are up. They do come back. Oh god. 15 seconds to go. We're up by 3. We're going to jump in. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. The Heat have the ball with 10 seconds left. They're down by 3. They need a 3-point shot. Bosch shoots it from 3, and they miss. Do we get the board? We get the board. That's going to be it. We come from 3-0 down to this Miami Heat team. This is better than LeBron James Warriors comeback. 3-0. That is crazy. I had no hope. I really didn't. Kevin Durant is your finals MVP, putting up 32, 10, and 7 a game. What a series from KD. He deserved this win, really. He averaged 43 minutes a game. This was a big win, but now we have to decide what we do in the offseason. I don't want to go after Al Horford really after his performance, shooting wise anyway. He was really getting a good passer and a good rebounder. But other than that, I think we need to look a different route. Let's have a look at the free agents that come up in this offseason, and we'll see what we go with for year 2. So in the NBA draft, we do draft Draymond Green and Chris Middleton. They both fell to us. Draymond fell to us at 20, so a little bit like what he did in his own NBA draft. And Chris Middleton we take at pick 30. So I think that's a solid draft, really. So let's get into free agency. So in free agency, we have a huge signing. We sign Marc Gasol to 4 years, 115 million, 86 overall. He's only 26. We needed that center spot filled, and we did that for the next 4 years. I'm really excited by this signing. This rounds out our starting 5 for the rest of the video, really. So now it's just our bench. I think we've got enough young guys on our bench to leave it. Let's have a quick look. So we don't have a backup point guard at the moment, so we might need to get somebody there. But we've got James Harden, obviously, at our starting shooting guard, and Quentin Richardson, and then Chris Middleton coming off the bench. And then for our backup 3, we've got Wesley Johnson. He's already up to a 79, so we're definitely going to extend him. So I'm really happy how he's developed. And Draymond Green is backing up Serge Ibaka as well. So Serge Ibaka is also on a 1-year deal, so we do have to keep an eye out for that. But Draymond Green already beating at a 77, I'm really happy with. And we did obviously just sign Marc Gasol, so that fills our center position. I don't think we really need to sign anybody else, even though we can. I don't think we really should, just to keep our money open, really. But yeah, like we might sign someone like a Nick Young. He wants. Yeah, we don't really need another backup. A backup to have a look at the point guard positions. Mario Chalmers there. We just beat him in the finals. I don't think we need anyone. We might look at some older players, some ring chasers maybe. There is Grant Hill. He still wants 9 million though. I don't think AI is still here. I don't think we're not going to pay him 14 million. Definitely not. There's Jay Williams, but I don't think there's any cool older players really. Yeah, there's Jermaine O'Neal, Mike Bibby. We saw him before, but yeah, I think we're going to leave it for there. Let's get into the second season. So, beginning year 2, this is what our lineup is looking like. Obviously, our big 3 with Serge Ibaka and the new addition of Marc Gasol. I think this team is definitely ready to go back and back. I know I am. Wesley Johnson is now our 6th man. I think he is ready to fill that role and lead this bench squad. And obviously, Draymond Green is going to be a huge defensive help off the bench with Chris Middleton and Quentin Richardson. I want to give these guys some run time just to develop successfully. Chris Middleton is obviously a late bloomer like he was in real life. But let's get into simulating, and I'll see you guys at the end of year 2. Alrighty, at the end of the season, LeBron is your back-to-back MVP. We had another huge season with 68 wins, so back-to-back 60-win seasons. Very awesome to see. Anthony Davis is your Rookie of the Year playing in Orlando. Dwight Howard is your back-to-back 6th Man of the Year, and LeBron is your back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. And Eric Spoelstra, they go 76-6. Oh, they want revenge. They're not happy that they lost to us last season. Your first team, Kevin Durant, does make that. It skipped over, but your second team here, awesome. Russell Westbrook does make your All-NBA second team. Awesome to see. We just need James Harden to make one now. Your defensive first team, 2 Miami Heat players on that. That's a bit scary to see. We don't get any rookies. That's okay. Simulating, we do get the LA Clippers in our first matchup. They've only got Chris Paul, so they don't have Blake Griffin or DJ. Look, I think we can easily get through these guys, but we will have a look at our season stats before we get into that, and that is our playoff stats. KD puts up 27, 9, and 6. He's rounding his game out very beautifully. James Harden is, wow, jumps up to 26 a game. How he didn't make an All-NBA team, it baffles me, but look. Russell Westbrook puts up 24, 3, and 9. Very amazing. He doesn't shoot 50%. That's okay. I very much lowered his 3-point percentage, but it looks like he has gone up a little bit since he's developed. Wesley Johnson jumps up to 11 points. I think he was averaging 9 last season. He was, so that's a good step up. Keeps the same shooting percentage and shoots better from 3. That's what we like. Marc Gasol, I didn't change the shooting percentage, so tendency. So it might have been low. We might change that for the playoffs. He shot 49%. So not terrible. 11 boards as well, and a block a game. So yeah, so he has been averaging more in the past, but then again, we did have 3 20-plus point scorers. But with that being said, let's have a quick look at our rookies. Draymond puts up 4, 3, and almost and 4 rebounds. Sorry, 4, 4, and 3. That's a bit easier to say. Chris Middleton puts up 5 points a game, and Quentin Richardson puts up 5 as well. Did he dropped? But like I said, we've got 3 20-plus scorers in this season, so we might have a quick look. Game 1 of the first round, we do win, and it is a solid okay, so when it's overtime, I thought that was the fourth quarter. They only scored 9 points, but a good game from us, no doubt. We go up 2-0, a big win there. James Harden puts up a huge 39 points, and Russell Westbrook not far behind him. Very good. Eric Gordon dropped 41. I was thinking of trading for him at the start of the video to come off our bench, but we're looking fine really without him. Chris Paul puts up 17 assists, but it is not enough for our absolute God squad. But they do win a game by 3. So look, that might have been JJ Redick 3 most likely, and simulate, and we do win in 5. Yeah, nothing I can really complain about. We do not get Portland. We get Minnesota in this round. So Nate Robinson, wow, he was one of my favorite players when he was in the league. He was so fun to watch. And Bradley Beal, the rookie, putting up 16 in the playoffs. That's really solid, with Kevin Love as well. This Kevin Love was different. Back in Minnesota, 20 and 15, man. This guy was different. But the rest of their team isn't looking too solid. I think we've got this one in the bag quite easy. We only win by 2 in this game. Hopefully that's just a 1-game thing. Game 2 they do win. Okay. Maybe I did underestimate Bradley Beal as a rookie. But we do go up 2-1. Can we please get this over and done with? And it looks like that we do get it done in 5, and we do, and we are up against the Lakers again. Look, how is this team looking this season? Steve Nash is still an 88 overall at 38. He's not LeBron. I'm sorry, he's not, but he is averaging 34 and 10 in the playoffs. Maybe he is LeBron, and Kobe is always going to be Kobe. They've got Ron Artest, Max McGee, Joel McGee's brother, maybe, and Pau Gasol with still Dwight at a 91 overall. Coming off the bench. This team is good, but I keep forgetting that this is our team. So game 1, can we take an early lead? We do by a big margin. That's exactly what we want. And Marcus Gasol has 18 and 7 in our game, 3 blocks. I did raise his shooting tendency, but look, if he's going to be doing this, I'm not complaining. That's a huge game from Marcus Gasol. Draymond puts up 15 and 3 and 2. Wow. Okay. Also a huge game by Kevin Durant. We're not gonna brush past that. Another big win. This is looking like our biggest wins by far in this playoffs, but they do win here. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully we don't want them to tie this up. We go up 3-1. That's exactly what we're going to do. Kobe puts up 43, but it is not enough for our absolute powerhouse of a team. But they do win, as I say that. They win by 3. That's probably a Kobe 3 right there. He is a Black Mamba, and they tied up again. We're going to another game 7. Okay, simulate with some casts. I didn't want to go. Are we? Yeah, okay, we're going to change the rotations. We're going to go to an 8-man. And so our big 3 is all playing 40 minutes. I think I want KD playing pretty much the whole game. Chris Middleton is putting up 5, shooting not really well. But do we want Quentin Richardson in there? I think we do. I think I do. He's got more experience. Okay, I think we're going to go with this. Draymond has jumped to our 6-man, which is fine with me. Okay, I think we're going to go with this. Miami Heat is waiting in the NBA Finals for us, and they jump out to a huge lead, but I was going to say it's comebackable. Oh, that one hurts. I was really hoping to go back-to-back this season. Oh, we lose in 7, that's alright. Hopefully the Lakers can beat the Miami Heat, and they do not. They do barely put up a fight. As LeBron is your finals MVP, we're going to go for another season. Hopefully we can get some redemption and make it to the finals. But we're just going to have to see. So the picks that we traded for at the start of the video is really paying off for us. At the 14th pick, we signed Giannis Antetokounmpo. He drops to 14. Look, I'm using the 2K rosters, the draft class, and they've got so many filler players, but they're so good. They're just generated. They're just auto-generated, and they're like 78 overall, 80 overall. So players like this drop in the draft, and it's annoying, but look, it helps us. So I can't complain that much. And we also do get Nerlens Noel. If you know, he is an absolute sim god. He can even win Defensive Player of the Year if you give him enough minutes. And Victor Oladipo. So these guys realistically can go straight into the lineup of our bench. And we are obviously going to accept. So we did have a team exception on Serge Ibaka, but we will look for a trade for Serge. Would Thunder trade him in real life? Yeah, maybe, probably not. And we're gonna send. We're probably gonna have to sign Westbrook. I think. Yeah, we're gonna 100% do that. We're gonna give him money. This is our last season, so it really doesn't matter. And that is our only bird option. And Russell Westbrook would obviously accept that. Let's get out of that. So. Let's have a quick look at our roster. So obviously Russell Westbrook, and we've got a lot of depth at our 2 guard position, and Giannis is now backing up Kevin Durant. Imagine saying that in 2022, Kevin Durant and Giannis on the same team. Wow. Draymond Green is up to an 80 overall. So look, I'm gonna look for a trade for Serge. I don't think there's anything else I really want to do. This team is good. Now, the trade that I have found, we're going to be sending Serge Ibaka and Richardson and a first round pick over to the Chicago Bulls for Carlos Boozer. Now, would the Bulls trade Carlos Boozer? Probably not. But if they wanted to get off his contract, I can see this happening. You know, he is signed for 3 more years where Serge Ibaka's on his last year of the deal. He's cheap. And Quentin Richardson is also on his last year of the deal, and you get a pick out of it. So, and realistically, Serge Ibaka is an 84 overall, so you're not losing too much value there. If you're the Chicago Bulls. For us, we get Carlos on a longer term deal. This is our last year, so that really doesn't matter. But he might, I think he's going to be a better fit. So we are going to go through with this trade. I think this helps us out. I think I see him as a better fit. So they do want Draymond starting in our starting 5, and look, he isn't shooting too well. We might lower his shooting tendency, but I'm okay with that. Am I? No, I'm not. No. No, I don't think so. Okay, so we are running. Yeah, see, like we've got depth now. We've really got depth. We're gonna put it to a 9-man whose Victor Oladipo is missing out. I think I'm okay with that. But look, we've got a 93, 92, and a 99, and an 86. And they do want. I don't think that's the best option for that. But welcome to the squad, Carlos Boozer, and let's get into simulating year 3. Hopefully we can make a title run in this season. So for year 3, we finally have a different MVP, and it is Derrick Rose, averaging almost 35, 3 and 5. Really, really good game. Good season for D Rose, and we have a 3 in a row 60 win season, 65 and 17. This is the rest of your 3 straight years for 6th man of the year for Dwight. And Derrick Rose gets Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, I have never seen that. That is really cool to see. I'm loving that. But we do get Coach of the Year with Kevin McHale. All NBA first team, Kevin Durant is in that. Anthony Davis is already in the first team, which is awesome to see. Second team, we do get Russell Westbrook, and third team we get James Harden. So our big 3 all get into the All NBA teams. So round 1, hopefully we can just get through these teams. We got LA again. Did they change at all? It does not look like it. So I'm going to simulate the round. We do win in 5, okay. I was a little bit scared when I saw them win. But yeah, James Harden puts up a crazy... Actually, let's have a quick look at our season stats before we get too much into it. James Harden leads us in points per game at 25. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. We're all putting up 20 plus, so you can't really, you can't complain. KD puts up 25, 8 and 7, so he's getting to his assist game. He's rounding out. He's almost, putting up, averaging a triple double. Let's have a look how many triple doubles he actually had on this season. He had 3, so that's a really good season from KD. Russell Westbrook puts up 22 and 10. Awesome season. Carlos Boozer puts up 11. So this is what who we have before. Serge Ibaka was not doing. 11 and 9 and 50 above 50%. So our top 4 guys all shot above 50%. That's exactly what we want. Chris Middleton is our leading scorer off the bench, and I'm okay with that. Puts up nearly 10 points a game. Marc Gasol also puts 10 and 10 on the season with a block and a half. Draymond Green at 7, 5 and 5. He's rounding out to his game that we see today in today's NBA. Giannis for his rookie season puts up 5, 2 and nearly 2 assists a game with half a block and almost half a steal. Nerlens Noel puts up 2 and 3. So solid effort from everybody on this team. I don't see any flaws with us, really. I'm going to simulate the round as well, and we win in 5 against the Dallas Mavericks. I don't even know who was on this team. It looks like just Vince Carter and Dirk. And we get Memphis. Lakers lose in the first round to Memphis, so we might actually be scared of this team. They have won in every... They've got Carmelo Anthony. Okay. Carmelo Anthony somehow ended up in Memphis. He must have signed there. He must have been a free agent in the first season of this video. Al Horford, he is averaging 30. He averaged better percentage for them for some reason. It is what it is, but he's still averaging 8% from 3. He's averaging 10% for the playoffs. But I'm not scared of this team. I know the last 2 rounds, the Warriors and Lakers, both really good teams, lost to 7. But we're a whole different game. We're on the level above us. We can lose a game. Okay. Don't jinx it, Matt, because that's what it looks like at the moment. But we go up 3-1, and they win a game. Please win. We're going to Game 7. This Memphis team has won every series from Game 7s. Okay, we're short in the rotation. I should have done that last game. Yeah, that's not on. Where one? Why is okay? Look, you guys, you can still play that. Hey, who's getting a? Okay, Giannis is cold. You're gonna go down. Chris Middleton, you're a rookie. I'm sorry. I want Katie playing the whole game. I want these guys playing most of the game. Okay, simulate with Simcast. Year 3, can we make it to the finals? And it is. We're going through to the NBA finals. And it's James Harden putting up 42. Wow. What a row. We beat the Memphis Game 7 team. They must have just been clutch in Game 7. But we get the Pacers. So Miami was actually a 4 seed. They've got Tony Parker. Okay, so who did they? They've got LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. I don't know why they were a 4th seed. Wade's still a 94. Chris Bosh is still a 90. LeBron's obviously still LeBron. They had Tony Parker, but I'm okay with not playing against the Heat in the NBA Finals. It would have been cool to see a little rivalry go off there. But this is the Paul George PG-24. This is my favorite Paul George, PG-24. He was different. He was absolutely different. But this team is looking solid, but I'm not scared. I'm really not scared of this team. And they win Game 1. I really have a habit of talking way too soon in these videos, and we're down 2-0. What's happening? Okay, what's happening? Okay, I don't want Draymond Green starting. I want Carlos Boozer starting. You can have 30. You can have 30. What are we doing? What's happening? These guys are all playing a lot of minutes. Okay, we're gonna bump like that. I want James Harden playing the full 48. Okay. Game 3. Simulate with Simcast. Okay, we win Game 3, but I'm still not comfortable. We're down a game, and Pacers go off to a really good start, and they're blowing us out. We're down 3-1. Do I shorten the rotation more? I think we might have to. We're already down to an 8-man, but I'll go down to a 7-man. I'm fine with that. Gonna give a little bit from. I don't want Draymond Green starting. I'm sorry. Look, I know you want him to start, coach. But Katie's gonna get the full 48. Like that, and go like that. One more from each. 48. Okay. We have come back from a 3-0 deficit before. Can we pull this off? And it's not looking good. It's close. Let's slow it down a little bit. If this gets a really close game, we've got the lead. Can we? Okay, we might jump into this game. This is NBA Finals. So I'll see you guys in the game. Okay, we are currently down by 2 points Russell Westbrook with the ball, driving to the hoop, gives it to Carlos Boozer. He's in the paint for a very long time, but they do not call it, and Boozer misses the hook shot. Okay, that's fine. This Pacers team is ridiculously good. For some reason, their team isn't really that good. Overall wise anyway, they don't even have Paul George in the game. He is not even checking in. Okay. KD is locking up Danny Granger, and he's going to fire from deep. Okay. And from that shot, the Indiana Pacers are your NBA champions. Yeah, I don't have any words. I don't know what happened. Paul George is your finals MVP. 27, 9, and 6. Let's have a quick look. Why? KD, big three, did our thing. Carlos Boozer only puts up 9, but he's shooting 52%, so it's not like he's taking bad shots. Marc Gasol, could have probably shot better, but Chris Middleton, his rookie season, shoots 48% in the NBA Finals, or in the NBA playoffs anyway. I thought we had the clear better team, and definitely not a 4-1 loss, but 2K thinks otherwise. It is what it is. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Look, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys liked and subscribed. And this is our Oklahoma City Thunder, kind of like a rebuild back in 2011. If you got any ideas or anything to say down in the comments, leave it there. And I think that's about it. I'm pretty tired from this video. It sucked the energy out. That Pacers won 4-1. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is. It's 2K. You can't really get too worked up about it. But other than that, that is all from me. I hope everybody has an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.